Hello everyone, good evening. Am I clearly audible and visible? Somebody please affirm that I'm clearly audible and visible. Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening Sakshi, good evening Aditya. Wait, let me just text on the Telegram group that we are live. Good evening, Ayushi. Good evening, everyone. Hi, everyone. So, in today's class, we will be, doing our unit test. So, whatever we have done so far, we will be, like testing on that. And as similar to the exam, we will be having 75 questions today, right? And we will be following the same pattern that for every correct answer you will be given 4 marks, and for every incorrect answer you will be deducted 1 mark, similar to the exam. And in exam also you get around like 90 minutes, nahi, hai na? So you get around 90 minutes. So we will be doing the same thing, we will be following the same pattern, and we will try to solve the questions in the given time frame, right? I'm better, Sakshi. Thank you for asking. Hi, Arshia. Hi, Aisha. I'm better. Still with a little throat soreness is there, but apart from that, everything else is fine. I hope all of you are doing well as well. Okay, so let's start with today's class. Are you all ready? चलिए ठीक है, let's start with our class for today. And so I hope all of you have your notebooks with yourself. Why I wanted you to have everything together, because so that you can calculate your marks, and also you can write the question number that you are leaving, or the question which are incorrect, so that you can go through the PDF and you can remediate those particular topics. ठीक है, चलो, very good everyone. Let's start with today's class, and I am switching to the very first question. Very easy question. Please read and answer immediately. Very, very easy question. All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. All right, very good, everyone. We know JB Watson is a behaviorist. He is also the founder of the behaviorism school, right? And this was a PYQ from 25 वाला जो CUET का एग्जाम हुआ है, ठीक है? चलो, moving ahead to our second question. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Please read the question carefully, and when I say type in, then only type in, okay? All right, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. All right, amazing. Let's look at the question. The question is talking about various defense mechanisms, highly repetitive question. Har saal, there have been, at least 2 to 4 questions from this particular topic itself, like whole psychoanalysis. So very important topic. Let's read. The question is saying, giving certain defense mechanism and the key elements which are there related to that. So repression, in repression we try to forget by putting everything into our unconscious. So A will be 3. Reaction formation में we try to kind of portray the behaviors which are just opposite. So herein what we will be doing, the best defense is good offense. ठीक है, opposite behavior almost. Projection is when we blame others or when we put our own emotion or urges onto the others, and rationalization is making excuses, giving reasoning, logical excuses for the behavior that we are doing. So A is 3, B is 4, C is 2, which gives us our answer, which is 4. Very well done, everyone. Moving ahead to our third question. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone. Please type in your answers. Please read the question carefully. Okay? Very easy question. All right, very good, everyone. Most of you have answered correctly. The question is asking, the goals of psychology are to uncover the mysteries of human and animal behavior through, first of all, describing the behavior, right? What behavior are they actually doing? Then explaining, giving cause and effect, making correlations with that behavior, and by predicting that behavior we cannot control, and we are not going to be able to solve their mysteries. Control is more applicable when we talk about laboratory experiment, but when we are talking about human and animal behavior, we need to observe them via certain naturalistic observation, or maybe field studies would be more relevant here. So A, B, C are the correct option here. So option number 2, A, B and C only. ठीक है, बाकी हम जब एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करते हैं तो वी ऑल्सो टेक इन टू कंसिडरेशन कंट्रोल, बट हेयर इन इट इज जस्ट सेड दैट अनकवरिंग द मिस्ट्रीज. ठीक है, चलो मूविंग अहेड टू our next question. I think this was question number 4. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. देखिए, when we take into consideration the goals of psychology, ठीक है, तो जो goals of psychology हैं वो चारों हैं: describe, explain, predict and control. ठीक है, but herein the question is saying that the goals of psychology are to uncover the mysteries of human and animal behavior. ठीक है, we are trying to uncover the mystery कि how humans behave, how animals behave, why animal behave the way they behave. ठीक है, तो वैसे if we look at it by just explaining the animal behavior, by predicting the animal behavior, so these 3 will be the most applicable here. Control is more relevant when we talk about laboratory experiments, etc. So maybe it would not lead to uncovering the maybe somewhat it can also lead to that. So मतलब viable तो ज़्यादा more related to it is A, B, C only, but D is more related कि हाँ we can say that कि when we are conducting some sort of lab experiments or when we are looking at certain phenomena, or when we are just able to see कि why a person is behaving a certain way in controlled settings, okay, then it would be relevant. But when we talk about behavior, behavior needs to be more observed in a naturalistic setting. But otherwise, all four are relevant here. ठीक है, तो when we are trying to explain the mental process, inner process, etc., तो D भी आ जाएगा. But then only when we talk about overt behavior, then we need to take into consideration the naturalistic factor rather than doing a experiment in a control setting. I think I'll look at this one more time, but I think ये तीन ऑप्शन ज्यादा रेलेवेंट है. फोर्थ कैन ऑल्सो बी इंक्लूडेड गिवन इट इज वन ऑफ द गोल्स ऑफ साइकोलॉजी. ठीक है, सो लेट्स लीव इट फॉर नाउ, बट आई थिंक तीन ही ज्यादा होने चाहिए. ठीक है, बट वेट, लेट मी रीड अ लिटिल मोर ऑन दैट. चलो, मूविंग अहेड टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, everyone, let's read the question. The question is saying that who felt that soul could exist separately from body? We know that this is a line which is more in line with dualistic perspective. When we take into consideration DNMA was the book, okay, written by Aristotle. Gustav Fechner is more related to psychophysics. He will not be included here. Plato and Rene Descartes both are dualists, but Rene Descartes is a interactionist. ठीक है, so he believes that even though body and mind, body and soul are different, but still they need to interact with each other, right? So Plato is the more relevant answer. Agar if Plato would not have been a option here, then we would have gone for Rene Descartes, but Plato is the most viable answer. Also, let me clarify, in the third question I think 3 will be more relevant because control ko they also take into consideration in regard to change also. I just checked, so 3 will be the correct answer. I am changing here. Okay, they do not just look at control in a laboratory setting, they also look at control in regard to changing somebody's behavior, modifying their behavior, etc. So that would also be included here. Okay, chalo, moving ahead to question number 5. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very simple, very direct question. Please read and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, everyone. Very good. Clearly, five phenomena is the correct answer. We read about it when we talked about gestalt psychology. We know that a line will appear to move in a sequence, right? For example, the Diwali lights, we believe that as the light, first of all, this bulb will light up, then followed bulbs would light up, and it would seem we would have this illusion that the light is moving, right? That is five phenomena. Autokinetic phenomena is the movement ki yahan pehle chal rahi hai, yahan pe pehle chal rahi hai. It has nothing to do with the sequence. So five phenomena is the correct answer है. Autokinetic is more in line with circular. ठीक है, moving ahead to the next question, question number 6. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very easy, simply you just have to maintain, you have to tell the sequence of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. All right, everyone, please type in the answer. All right, everyone, let's look at the question. Pretty direct question. The question is asking about putting Maslow's hierarchy needs in a sequence. We know, first of all, we have our physiological or basic needs. So A, then comes our safety needs, then need to belong, belongingness or love needs, then self-esteem needs, and at last self-actualization. So the answer will be A, B, D, C, which is the third option. Very well done, everyone. Moving ahead to question number 7. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. बेटा डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में नहीं, सीक्वेंस में. सीक्वेंस इज कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द पर्सन शुड नीड टू कंप्लीट द physiological need, then only they will move towards fulfilling their safety needs, then self esteem. So in that regard the sequence, यहाँ पे कोई increasing decreasing order नहीं. ठीक है, if they would have mentioned highest to lowest, then you might have said ki self actualization, self esteem, belongingness, etc. But generally they ask, agar kuch bhi mention nahi hai, then they generally ask lowest to highest, which is from physiological to self actualization. All right, everyone, pretty direct question. Once again, please type in your answers. All right, well done, everyone. Behaviorism is the right answer. This is the school of psychology which focused on observable behaviors. Moving ahead to question number 8. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. Pretty direct question it is. All right, everyone. Internal and covert processes will be the correct answer. Mental processes or cognitive processes, etc. Both are the same thing, which refers to internal and covert processes. Moving ahead to our ninth question. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, very good, everyone. Most of you have answered correctly. Let's read it. So, this is asking the description of the goals of psychology which are there, and which goal will include observing on behavior and noting everything about it, which is description. We have four goals of psychology. We have describe, we have explain, we have predict, and we have control or change, right? So in description, we are just describing, we are observing a behavior and telling everything about it. Okay, this is what they do, this is what is done, etc. Explanation has to do with, why a person, it is talking about the origin of a particular behavior. Okay, prediction has to do with one thing you can predict other. Okay, then at last, how we can modify, how we can change, how we can control that particular behavior. Moving ahead to our question number 10. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. Okay, let's read the question. The question is pretty direct. The question is asking about psychosexual stages in their order. We know first comes oral stage, then anal, then phallic, latency, and at last genital. So CBAD. CBAD, which is the third option. Very well done, everyone. Moving ahead. So till now you can see these 10 questions were directly from the 2025 ka PYQ. So what we have done so far, almost like 10 questions out of 75 were from the introduction and history or related to that particular aspect. So important unit है, you cannot leave out history. ठीक है, moving ahead to our question number 11. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in the answer. All right, I would want all 15, 16, 17 of you who are here to answer, okay, to try answering. These are very easy questions, and everything is almost a PYQ from CUET or Jamia or DOET or some important other questions. Maybe some are from GATE also. Okay, so herein let's read the question. The question is saying, which of the following does psychology use as its primary source of information? You tell me. Most of you have answered correctly. You have said second, some have said three. Okay, we use both. Okay, let's see all of these questions. Common sense, obviously not. Systematic collected data is the primary source of information. Why? Because psychology is a science. The question is talking about as a science. They are not talking about in general life. In general, if we say ki how do you observe people's behavior, etc., then we would have said informal observation. But when we are establishing it as a science, then it should, focus on objectivity. It should be standardized, right? So second would be the correct answer here. Moving ahead to question number 12. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. देखो, whenever you are answering any question, ठीक है, please read the question statement at least twice. A lot of time you will see that in question not is written and we forget to include not while we are analyzing our answers, etc. So it is very important to read the question carefully. In the first three words itself it is written that as a science. Okay, so we should not miss out on that. But nonetheless, a lot of you answered correctly. Chalo. Moving ahead to our next question. Please read the question carefully and type in your answers. Everyone, please type in your answers. Very good. I think we have also done this question in one of our classes. Okay, so the question is saying personality is fixed in the early years of life and it is subjected to little change afterwards. It means that the personality of a person, the way the person is going to be, it is described in the initial few years of a person's life and there are very less chances of change afterwards. It is describing historical determinism. Which theory of personality is deterministic in nature? Anybody? We have discussed this in class also. Which personality theory or which approach to psychology is deterministic in nature? Everyone, quickly. Very good, Aisha. Psychoanalysis, Freud's perspective. Chalo. Amazing. Moving ahead to our next question. Question number 13. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very good, Sakshi and Ayushi. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. Very good. This question is also repeated, I think, like from like when I was observing, when I was analyzing the 5 years PYQ, I think out of them in three, this question was asked. So very important when we are investing our libidinal energy into some object or a person, etc., it is known as Cath 6. Very good. In the homework class of psychoanalysis, it was all discussed in detail. Very good. Moving ahead to question number 14. Please answer directly. Very simple, pretty direct answer. Which school of psychology aimed to study the adaptive functions of the mind? Very good, everyone. Type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. Functionalism is the correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 15. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Everybody, please answer. Very good, everyone. Please type in your answers quickly. चलिए. All right, let's read the question. The question is asking which of the following research questions, research problem would be of most interest to a cognitive psychologist. Let's read the question. The question and the options are saying, how does a child acquire concept of color? It would be interest of the cognitive psychologist. Why? Because it directly deals with sensation and perception, which are one of our which are two of our major cognitive processes. So it would be of interest. Are introverted people more likely to be high self monitors? No, it is more related to humanism or socio-cultural, etc. Then what mechanisms are involved in hunger? It is more related to biopsychology, right? And at or neuropsychology. And at last, how is unconscious represented in dreams? It is also related to our psychoanalysis. So A is the only relevant answer here. A. ठीक है, चलो. Moving ahead to our next question. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. So proud of you. All of you have answered correctly. We know Sigmund Freud would not agree with this perspective that experiences throughout a person's life continuously changes a person's personality. His belief is more deterministic in nature rather than this, right? So very good. Moving ahead to our next question. Question number 17. Please read and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. The question is saying, which perspective maintains that most human perceptual capabilities are inborn or innate in nature and result very little from learning? It is nativistic perspective. Okay, very good. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 18. Again, it has to do with the defense mechanisms. Please read the question carefully. Also, I'm thinking that maybe in a day or two, I will be circulating a Google form in the group so that I can get to know the basic details of you all. And I also want that we have a, Google Meet wherein a lot of you can join in and I can, talk to you and know more about you, because I am glad that we are doing these classes and a lot of people see it in recording as well. But I would really love to know each one of you better, and I would love to have that connect with my students. So I would really want to do that. So maybe in a day or two I will float a Google form, so those who would be interested, they can fill out that form, and maybe I'll be scheduling a meeting or some a session like that. It will be a fun session wherein we can talk, we can discuss. You can also let me know if you want something in addition to what we already do, etc. Okay, so we will try to do that. Okay, all of you, please type in your answers quickly. Okay, all right, let's read the question. The question talks about certain defense mechanisms and their basic nature associated with that. Repression relates more with forgetting the unacceptable impulses which are there. Regression would be related to retreating to an earlier period of life whenever any traumatic experience comes up. Projection has to do with when we are kind of what transferring our own motive urges and reflecting onto the other person, and displacement is redirecting our emotional response onto a safer object. So A is 2, B is 1, which gives us our answer, option number 4. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 19. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Okay, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, very good, everyone. Okay, those who are new here, please type in your answers when I say type in, because everybody is kind of trying to attempt. You can keep your answer typed in, but send only when I say. Okay, chalo. Let's read the question. The question is talking about the characteristics of a fully functioning person. They are aware, they have an insight, they are able to face difficulties in their life, inhibited. No, no, they would be able to, they would have autonomy, they would be able to make choices, etc. And D. So ABD are the correct option. Option number 3 is the correct answer. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 20. All of you, please type in your answer. The question is asking, a student who has prepared inadequately for an exam attributes his failing to an unfair test, cheating by other students, or a professor who taught badly. It is expressed as which defense mechanism? Very good, everyone. Please type in your answers quickly. Well done. The child is trying to rationalize why he performed badly by giving various excuses, various logical answers, which is rationalization. Moving ahead to question number 21. There are various, behaviorist and neo behaviorist mentioned here, and the concept which is associated with them. Please try to match. Okay, everyone, please type in the answer quickly. Pretty direct, easy question. All right, everyone, let's read the question. The question is asking, which concept is related to which psychologist? Ivan Pavlov, we know he conducted the experiment with the dogs. B.F. Skinner, operant conditioning, reinforcement, reward. Edward Tolman, he gave the concept of cognitive mapping, expectancy theory, right, latent learning, etc. He conducted various experiments on rats in a maze. Then Albert Bandura, observational learning. So A is 2, that gives us our answer 3. So that is our correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 22. Please read the question carefully. I think we have done this question, I think, quite a lot of time in our class. Please read carefully and try to answer. Everyone, please type in your answers. All right, everyone, let's read the question. The question is asking, which philosopher believed that some knowledge was inborn or innate in human? John Locke gave the term tabula rasa. He believed that all the, experiences, okay, they are, all the things that we gain, all the knowledge that we gain, they are gained via experiences. Plato is related to that. Plato believed in nativistic approach. Rene Descartes also, he also believed in innate ideas, right? He was also a continental rationalist. He was living in the European region. That is why continental and rationalist, because everything can be affirmed by the use of logic and reasoning, etc. And he also believed that a lot of concepts like maths, like God, etc., they are already there in our mind. Okay, so Franz Gall is more related to the field of phrenology, right? So he is not at all associated with that idea. So B and C, which means 2 is the correct answer here. Moving ahead to our next question. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All of you, please type in your answer. The question is asking, who among the following theorists propose that knowledge is socially constructed by the child and others within the culture, right? And this person is also known as the social constructionist. Very good, everyone. Lev Vygotsky is the correct answer. Piaget is known as what? Everyone, Piaget is known as what? He is what? We have discussed this in the same class as we discussed Lev Vygotsky. Quickly, anybody? Very good, Sakshi. Very good, Aisha. आयुषी इंडिविजुअल कैसे क्या बोल रहे हो? Very good all about that mind. He gave the theory of cognitive development and he is known as a cognitive constructionist or a genetic epistemologist as well. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 24. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very good, Aisha. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. All right, let's look at the question. The question is asking about the concepts related to the schools of psychology. Spinostructuralism is related to the methodology of introspection. Functionalism is related to stream of consciousness. So A is 1, B is 4, which already gives us our answer. But let's look at other option also. In Gestalt psychology, we have law of pranks or good law of good figure, and behaviorism focuses upon overt behavior. So that's our correct answer. Moving ahead to the next question, question number 25. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Redirect, we have discussed about these terminologies quite a few times. I think even in the doubt clearing session, some students asked about this. So please read carefully and answer. You can directly type in your answers, pretty direct question. Very good, everyone. Ego ideal is the correct answer. The question is asking Which part of our personality includes the perception of an individual about the kind of person he or she aims to become, and it is more related to the rewards that the person or the praise that they have gained, right? Moving ahead to question number 26. The quality of a self actualized person is what? All right, please type in your answers quickly. All right, well done, everyone. The question is asking about the quality of self-actualized person. The person should, they should have autonomy. They should, make their life choices. They should, use some peak experiences, etc. Okay, so they should be creative. They would obviously not insecure, they'll be secured in nature, they have autonomy, and they are non-judgmental. So A, C, and D, which gives us the fourth option as the correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 27. Directly type in the answer, very direct question. Everyone, please type in your answer quickly. The question is asking that which system rejected introspection as method of psychology. It is obviously the school of functionalism. Moving ahead to question number 28, we have discussed about goals a lot. Please read and answer. All right, everyone, please type in your answers. Very good. We have just discussed that the four goals of psychology are describe, explain, predict, and control, which gives us A as the correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 29. Please read and directly type in the answer. Pretty direct question. Very good. We know John Locke was the person who actually coined the term tabula rasa, and he believed the mind is like a tabula rasa. Okay, moving ahead to question number 30. Who was the first president of APA? Everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Also, those who have already typed in their answer, please tell me in which year APA was founded. Very good, Aisha. Good, Ayushi. 1892. Moving ahead to question number 31. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very good, Sakshi. All of you type in your answers quickly. All right, let's read the question. The question is asking us directly about the difference between functionalism and structuralism. The difference is that structuralism is a reductionist approach. In contrast, functionalism is a molaristic approach. It talks about, holistic perception. So reductionistic approach is the correct answer. Forms are more in regard to gestalt. Both focus upon mental processes which are covert behavior. So A will be the correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 32. Please directly type in the answer. Very direct, pretty direct answer. Also, once you type in your answer, also tell me in which year and place this first laboratory was founded. Very good, Samiran. Good, Sakshi. Good, Ayushi and Aisha. Well done. We know the first psychology laboratory was established by William Wundt in 1879 in Leipzig, Germany. We know William James also created a lab, but it got shut down because of lack of funds, etc. So we regard William Wundt as the first psychology laboratory. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 33. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Very good, everyone. Good, Aparna. Good, Rinta. Which is known as the third force of psychology. Please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. Humanistic perspective is referred to as the third force of psychology. Which is the first force of psychology, everyone? Which is the first force of psychology? Very good, Sakshi and Aisha. Psychoanalysis is the first force. Second force is behaviorism. Third is humanism. Fourth is positive psychology and multiculturalism. And at last, fifth is human advocacy and social justice. Yes, Sakshi, we'll try to do that in this class itself. I do not really want to, divide it in two different classes. But yes, if it is going to get a little late, तो फिर I will see to it. ठीक है? वैसे try करते हैं. Let's look at question number 34. Everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Pretty direct, factual question. Also, it's okay, Sakshi. Also, everybody, please tell me who established this first psychological clinic. Very good, everyone. The first psychological clinic was established as University of Pennsylvania, and it was done by Littner Whitmer. Very good. Moving ahead to our next question, question number 35. Pretty direct question. Please type in your answers right away. Today I can see a lot of new names. Rinta, Parna, even Shivam, I think. Yeah, I think Shivam. Hippocrates, very good, everyone. We know Hippocrates believed in natural restoration. He believed that any disorder which are happening, they would be happening because of any somatic reasoning. Let it be organic injury, let it be imbalance of body humors, etc. So the answer is Hippocrates. Moving ahead to question number 36. Please read the question carefully and type in your answers. Okay, Shivam. All right, everyone. We know James McKean Cattell founded the Psychological Corporation, and the term mental test was also coined by him. Chaliye, moving ahead to question number 37. Please read and answer. All of these questions are pretty factual in nature. If you know, you know. Okay, there is nothing to read about it. That is why we are quickly getting done with these questions. Okay, chaliye everyone. Very good, everyone. Please type in quickly. Which book was authored by William James? Chaliye, very good. D is the correct answer. Principles of Psychology. And which book was authored by William Wundt? Which book was authored by Wilhelm Wundt? Anybody? Very good, Sakshi. Good, Aisha. Principles of Physiological Psychology. Good, Ayushi. Okay. Very good, Samiran, and all about that mind. Chaliye, moving ahead to question number 38. Please look at this question and try to answer. Very good, everyone. We know the word gestalt is, means the form or configuration. Whole is greater than sum of its part. Okay, chalo. From the next question onward, when I say type in, only then type in. Okay, chalo. Question number 39. Please read the question carefully. All right, everyone, type in your answers. Very good, everyone. According to John Dewey, reflex arc is the connection between the sensory stimuli and motor responses. And he also said that reflex arc is circular in nature. It deals with the sensation and perception part of that both. Moving ahead to question number 40, pretty direct question. Please type in your answers right away. Functionalists were influenced by which theorists? Please type in. Very good, everyone. We know Darwin's theory influenced functionalists, and they were more interested to know the adaptive functions of the mind. Question number 41. This German term means what? Very good, everyone. Please type in your answers. Everyone, please type in quickly. Chaliye, we know this means self-observation, which is loosely translated as introspection. Very good. Moving ahead to question number 42. I think we have also discussed this question in one of our classes. Please read and type in when I say type in. Chaliye. Which feature of streaming of consciousness received a lot of attention from researchers? बताइए जल्दी से everyone. It's okay, Aisha. Okay, everyone, please type in quickly. Very good, everyone. We know daydreaming is the correct answer. Okay, we have discussed this in class as well. Question number 43. Which of the following emerged as the fourth force of psychology? Very good. And who founded this particular school? Yeah, everyone. Jaldi say everyone. Please tell me who founded this school as well. Very good, Aisha and Sakshi. The fourth force of psychology, actually Maslow founded this school and he tried to bridge the Western and Eastern psychology and the Eastern influences, wherein he said that we should also talk about transcendence, spirituality as well. And he himself said that this is the fourth force in the field of psychology. So transpersonal school is the correct answer here. Moving ahead to question number 44. Please read carefully. Yes, Ayushi, please ask away. There's a, notification sound coming up. I think, wait, now it will not come up. ठीक है मैंने बंद कर दिए सारे पीछे से notifications. देखो आयुषी, we do not regard a single person as the founder of multiculturalism school. There are various people like Fritz Heather, all the people who have contributed to social psychology like Kurt Lewin, etc., etc. तो हम वहाँ पे चले जाते हैं. We do not, like, there's no one person. ठीक है. Very good, everyone. Please type in your answers quickly. अभी भी आ रही है नोटिफिकेशन की आवाज तुम लोग को? All right, everyone. The question is talking about which of the following branch of philosophy deals with the question of existence. It is ontology, right? Nature of reality. Very good, everyone. This is question number 45. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, please type in the answer quickly. चलिए. First of all, I would like to congratulate few people like Samiran and Aparna. ठीक है, who gave the right answer? नहीं नहीं सॉरी, रुक जाओ, गलत आंसर दिया है तुम लोगों ने, गलत नाम ले लिया है मैंने तुम लोग का. फर्स्ट PhD was done by Washburn. ठीक है, ठीक है, she was I think a student of Ticknor also. ठीक है, Mary Whiten Calkins is the first female president. चलिए, moving ahead to question number 46. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Yes, Ayushi, correct. 14th president थे, and in the year 1905 she was everyone type in your answers quickly, जल्दी से. Concept of here and now is popular in which school of psychology? Very good, everyone. The concept was popularized in experiential, existential school of psychology. So D is the correct answer. Okay, chaliye. Moving ahead to question number 47. The term pseudoscience refers to what? All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. The question is asking about the term pseudoscience refers to what? Okay, let's read the options. Study of psychology and related phenomena through collecting observation, developing theories to explain and using to make prediction. This is actually science. Hypotheses that have been rejected. This is also a part of science. Pseudoscience refers to the claims and the ideas which are presented as the science but do not use the basis of scientific method, which means they are not objective, they are not standardized, they are not reliable, etc. ठीक है, such as the field of palmistry, such as the field of this tarot reading, etc. चलो, C will be the correct answer. Pseudo means fake science. चलिए, moving ahead to question number 48. Please type in your answers right away. Good guess, Sakshi. All right, everyone, type in your answers quickly. Let's read the question. Who is regarded as the father of American psychology? William James is regarded as the father of American psychology. Now, the next question, question number 49. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. All right, everyone, type in your answer. Pretty direct question. Very good, people. Okay, let's read. The question is asking, in Freud's theory, which portion of personality is concerned with the immediate gratification of primitive needs? It is id. Ego is related to the delayed gratification. Okay, A is the correct answer here. Coming to question number 50. Please read the question carefully. Who was the first to propose and establish psychology as the scientific study of behavior? Okay, do not get confused. Please eliminate. Do not assume. All right, everyone. This was a question that I wanted to add on purpose. Okay, we will discuss about this in detail tomorrow. Woodworth is the person who actually established psychology and who defined psychology as the scientific study of behavior. J.B. Watson came very late. Okay, and there are various other people, somebody who coined the term psychology, somebody who popularized the term psychology. So we will read about that in tomorrow's class. We'll also read about the current branches, etc. Okay, even though there are very few questions here and there about branches in this class also, in this unit test also, but we will read about it in a little detail tomorrow. Chaliye. Moving ahead to question number 51. Please read and answer. All right, please type in your answers. Pretty direct, quickly. Very good. Okay, now this was a trick question and I'm glad for those who have answered correctly. Very good. Okay, the question is saying the psychodynamic psychology focuses mainly on which of the following? Free will and self-actualization. No, it is related to humanistic school and experience, existential school, experiment in control setting also not related. Collective consciousness is coined by Jung, who is one of the neo-Freudian, but this is not what it mainly focuses upon. It focuses upon thought, impulses, desires beyond the conscious being. So D is more relevant answer here. Okay, so those who answer D, very well done. Chali, moving ahead to question number 52. Question number 51, Ayushi. All of you, please type in your answer to this question. Then I'll go back to question number 51 and re-explain that one more time. All of you, please type in your answers. All right, very good. Most of you have answered correctly. The question is talking about phenomenology is best defined as what? It is defined as the study of natural unanalyzed perception. Who is the founder of phenomenology? Everyone? Who is the founder of phenomenology? I'll just re-explain. 51 till then you please tell me who is the founder of phenomenology. चलिए ठीक है. Everybody who has a doubt in this 51 question, look, the question is asking upon the main focus of psychodynamic school. The main focus of psychodynamic school is, we know, the unconscious urges, thoughts, impulses, etc. ठीक है. So herein there are two options which are valid, option number C and option number D. There are multiple people in psychodynamic school. There is, Adler, there is Karen Horney, there is, Erickson, there is Sullivan, etc. But did everyone talk about collective unconsciousness? Did everybody focused upon that? No, it was just Jung. So D is more valid answer, because it is saying that we are talking about the thoughts, impulses, desires which go beyond the conscious being. It means it explores the subconscious or the unconscious desire, thoughts, impulses, etc. as well. That is why that is the answer. Clear, Ayushi? Also, I asked you all to tell me who is the founder of phenomenology. It is Husserl, Edmund Husserl. Very good, everyone. ठीक है, चलिए question number 53. Please read the question and try to answer. Psychology is considered a science mainly because it relies on direct observation. Right? It is related to which field of psychology? Which field of psychology supports this? Please type in your answers quickly. Okay, very good, everyone. Behaviorism is the correct answer. It talks about directly observing the behavior of the person. ठीक है, evidence based. So behaviorism would be the correct answer here. Moving ahead to question number 54. Please read the question carefully. Please type in your answers. All right, everyone, type in quickly. The question is asking which theory emphasizes upon individual subjective frame of reference. The answer is phenomenology. It takes into account the unique subjective experience of the individuals which are unanalyzed. Take care. Wait, this question is getting repeated. Leave this. Okay, moving ahead to question number 55. Please read the question carefully. If Dr. Byers uses an eclectic approach in her clinical treatment of children, what is she trying to do? All of you, please type in your answers. All right, very good, everyone. When we talk about eclectic approach, we say that we should use, combinations, or we should use multiple approaches together. We should use techniques from multiple approaches, whichever works on our client. So eclectic basically suggests that she's using combination of perspectives to treat different clients which are there. Chaliye, moving ahead to question number 56. Please read the question carefully. The question is asking which perspective best explains the bystander effect, whereby individuals will be less likely to help someone in need because of presence of others close by. Please type in your answers. All right, everyone. The question is pretty direct. Socio-cultural will be the correct answer here. Moving towards question number 57. In definition of psychology, the term behavior means what? I think we did similar question wherein the term mental processes was asked. So the term behavior means what? Everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. C will be the correct answer, which means all the overt actions and reactions. चलिए, moving towards question number 58. Dr. Colton himself, identifies himself with the largest subfield of psychology. Which kind of psychologist is he? Which is the largest subfield of psychology? Everyone, type in your answers. All right, everyone. Clinical will be the correct answer. Clinical is the largest subfield of psychology. ठीक है, मूविंग अहेड हम ब्रांचेस के बारे में, फील्ड्स के बारे में हम दोबारा कल बात करेंगे. ठीक है, चलिए मूविंग अहेड टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 59. प्लीज रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली एंड ट्राई टू आंसर. Question is asking that if a psychologist is interested in finding out why married couples seemingly begin to look like each other after several years of marriage. So, the psychologist is most interested in which goal of psychology? Everyone type in the answer. Is it describe, explain, predict, or control? Quickly. Very good. I'm proud of everybody who has answered this correctly. The answer would be explanation. Wait, let me tell you why. ठीक है, देखो, if the psychologist would be just simply saying कि couples start to look alike after some years, that would be description. But that psychologist is trying to find out why. That psychologist is trying to explain the cause and effect and why something is happening. So it would go under the goal of explanation. ठीक है, चलिए, moving ahead to question number 60. I'm really happy that we are able to done like 60 question in 90 minutes along with the explanation, which is quite a good deal. I think we'll get done in more 15 minutes. 9 baje tak we'll get done with all the questions. So it's good, I think. Nice speed. So please type in the answer. Pretty direct question, pretty direct answer. Quickly. Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis is focused on what? Very good, everyone. He focused more on the early childhood experiences. Moving ahead to question number 61. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Pretty direct answer. Please type in your answers right away. Very good. Okay, it means you were paying attention in the class. We discussed that, Stickner actually went and learned about, this whole voluntarism and, how they were breaking down elements of consciousness. He studied under Wilhelm Wundt. He worked in his lab, and then he later on brought structuralism to United States. Edward Tickner is our correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 62. Pretty direct question, pretty direct answer. Quickly type in the answer. Who is the founder of behaviorism? Very good, everyone. And in which year behaviorism school was established as a, or was accepted as a separate school by APA? Which year was that? Ayushi, most of the questions are PYQs or they have been taken up from various resources were which were used as resources for those papers. So yes, most of them are PYQs. कुछ CUET के हैं, some are from DU's, some are from Jamia paper. I think one or two are from GATE also. But yes. ठीक है, who is known as the father of behaviorism? It is J.B. Watson, and behaviorism was established as a separate school in the year 1913, accepted by APA as a separate school. चलिए, who established the first psychology laboratory in United States, especially at John Hopkins University? चलिए everyone. All of you, please type in your answers. Very good. First APA president. He gave various, labs. He was very much famous there for, helping out in opening labs, etc. So it is Stanley Hall. I think this is question number 63. चलिए, moving ahead to question number 64. Please type in the answer quickly, pretty direct. The question is trying to ask, which philosophical view says that knowledge is gained from experience? Quickly. Very good, everyone. We know empiricism is the correct answer here. In empiricism, we focus on gaining our knowledge via experiences. B is the correct answer. Question number 65. Epistemology is the branch of philosophy concerned with what? All of you, please type in your answers. Very good, everyone. Epistemology talks about the nature and scope of knowledge. There is subjective and objective purview that we can take into account. There is one more question that I would like to, add in here. The option remains the same, just changing the question. Question number 66. Axiology is the branch of philosophy which is concerned with what? Same options. Please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. Axiology is more related to morality and ethics. Chaliye, moving ahead to our next question. Question number 67. Sorry. Yes. Question number 67. I think, therefore I am. It is central to the epistemology of whose epistemology is that? Yeah, I think, therefore I am. Please type in your answers quickly. Very good. Most of you have answered correctly. It was ascribed by Rene Descartes, right? He said, I think, therefore I am, which is cogito ergo sum. ठीक है, चलिए. Question number 68. Please read the question carefully. The question is asking the epistemological philosophy that humans cannot have certain level of knowledge of anything. They cannot have certain level of knowledge of everything. It is what? Is it rationalism, empiricism, skepticism, or constructivism? Please type in your answers. Very good. Skepticism is the correct answer. We learned that skepticism says do not believe in anything till you are proven that or till you are given the evidence. So they are believing that humans cannot have certain level of knowledge of anything. It is being skeptic. So C is the correct answer. Question number 69. The pragmatic theory of truth is most associated with which psychologist or philosopher? Please type in your answers quickly. Very good, everyone. We know the functionalists were related to pragmatic, pragmatic paradigm. William James, John Dewey, Harvey Carr, Ronald Angel, etc. Moving ahead to the next question, question number 70. Please read the question carefully. The question is asking which philosopher is mostly associated with radical skepticism, doubting even the existence of external reality. Who was that person? All right, everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Last 5 questions are left. Very good, everyone. David Hume is the correct answer. David Hume is also known as what? What do we call David Hume? He is also known as, quickly, we have discussed about this in our classes. We also regard David Hume as supreme skeptic. Very good, Sakshi. Very good, Aisha. Chaliye, moving ahead to our next question, question number 71. Which research paradigm emphasizes objective reality and scientific measurement? Very good, Ayushi. Please type in your answers. Everyone, type in your answer quickly. Positivism is the correct answer. Why? Because positivism school deals with the scientific measurement, the experiments, laboratory, quantitative measurements, etc. And all of the others deal with the subjective epistemology. Right? So for them, reality is going to be subjective in nature. Let it be interpretivism, pragmatism, critical. All of them focus on subjective. Critical focuses upon transactional also. Okay, so A is the correct answer here. Moving to question number 72. Which paradigm emphasizes that there are multiple realities, right, constructed through human interaction. What is that? Multiple realities constructed through human interaction. Everyone, please type in your answers. All right, let's look at the question. The question is saying multiple realities, which means relativism. Okay, so first of all, positivism and post-positivism believe in realism. Positivism and naive realism, post-positivism and critical realism. Now, the next half of the question is saying constructed through human interaction, which is interpretivism, right? Pragmatism deals with the purposefulness. So B will be the correct answer. Question number 73. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Critical theory paradigm views research as a means to. Everyone, please type in your answers. Okay, the question is talking about the critical theory, the feminist perspective, etc. What did this perspective talked about? This perspective said that we should, try to challenge all sort of social, political, financial, economical, gender related injustices which have happened, in order to try to, provide empowerment to other people, to provide them with rights, etc. So C would be the correct answer, because it is trying to challenge the power structures and promote emancipation, right? Emancipation, which has to do with, empowering other people, giving rights to other people, etc. ठीक है, यूनिवर्सल लॉज तो पॉजिटिविज्म या पोस्ट पॉजिटिविज्म बात करेंगे, प्रैक्टिकल सोल्यूशन प्रैग्मेटिज्म बात कर रहा है, यूजफुलनेस की, रिसर्चर न्यूट्रलिटी, it would be more related to the positivistic, post positivistic perspective again. ठीक है, C would be the correct answer. Moving ahead to question number 74. Auguste Comte is regarded as founder of which paradigm? Quickly. Very good, everyone. Auguste Comte is more related to the positivist perspective. Okay, he is also known as the first philosopher of science, right? And he described that we should maintain objective perspective while studying the reality, and there is one absolute reality which is there. Now, coming to the question number 75, which is here. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. Which research paradigm emphasizes falsification of hypotheses rather than verification? Which one was that? Which believed in principle of falsifiability or making risky predictions, approximations? All of you, please type in your answers quickly. Very good. Post-positivism paradigm believed in that. Okay. Now there is one extra question because I added that axiology wala question. So attempt that. You can skip adding it in your final score, or you can even add that. Just try to answer. Pragmatist researchers are most concerned with what? Everyone, please type in your answers quickly. Very good. It talks about the usefulness of knowledge in solving problems. Now, I would want all of you to tell me how much are you scoring out of 304. We did complete 76 questions in like 1 hour 50 minutes along with all the what do we say, explanation, etc. So it's a good like time management, I would say that. So you all tell me about the score. How much did you get correct, etc. I hope all of you answered, or all of you maintained the answer that you got right or the answer that you got wrong in a notebook so that you can get back to those questions later. Very good, Aisha. You are getting 299. Amazing. Very well done. Very good. How much are others scoring? 228, 264. Okay, how about others? टू 268. वेरी गुड कोमल, वेरी गुड आयुषी. साक्षी, क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं करे, छोड़े हैं या गलत करने की वजह से आया? आई थिंक छोड़े हैं क्वेश्चन साक्षी. नहीं नहीं, you would not get any deduction for the unattended question. So for example, अगर आपने हमारे 76 क्वेश्चन थे, उसमें से आपके फॉर एग्जाम्पल 70 करेक्ट हैं, 5 इनकरेक्ट है और 1 आपने अनअटेम्प्ट किया है, तो 70 के आपको 4 मार्क्स मिलेंगे each, which means 70 into 4, which gives us 280. 5 के डिडक्ट होंगे, which means -5, so 280 minus 5 gives us 275. ठीक है. अनअटेम्प्ट के मतलब क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करने के कोई मार्क्स वगैरह नहीं है, ना डिडक्ट होंगे ना ऐड होंगे. ठीक है. आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड योर मार्क्स करेक्टली. ठीक है. मैं चाहूँगी एक बारी मैं व्हाट डू वी से ग्रुप में भी आई वुड पुट कि हाउ मच आर यू ऑल स्कोरिंग. ठीक है, बाकी ट्राई टू अटेम्प्ट। अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम व्हाट हैपेंस कि हमें क्वेश्चन आता होता है, हम आंसर भी पता होता है, बट बिकॉज वी आर अफ्रेड ऑफ लूजिंग मार्क्स सो वी डू नॉट अटेम्प्ट। आई थिंक इन अपकमिंग क्लासेस आई वुड ऑल्सो डिस्कस कि हाउ टू मेक श्योर कि वेदर टू अटेम्प्ट अ क्वेश्चन और टू लीव द क्वेश्चन ऑल टुगेदर। ठीक है, सो वी विल डिस्कस ऑन दैट, बट nonetheless amazing. We did solve a lot of questions. We did solve like 76 questions in around like an hour 45 minutes, which is quite a good time, and we explained each of the questions also. So aram se you could have like you could have solved all of these 75 questions in 90 minutes. Oh nice, Sakshi, you're getting a pretty decent score, 262. ठीक है, चलो, very nice everyone. Any score above, if you are getting a score around 250, or if you're getting a score even around 240 and you're just starting with the preparation, it's amazing. ठीक है, so very very good everyone. Bye bye, take care. This is a class wherein we had talked about like 75 questions of just these related to history, schools, and introduction to psychology. Thank you so much everyone for joining in. All the best. Please remediate the questions that you have gotten wrong. Please do not miss out on this. Tomorrow's class will be a little chill class wherein we complete the portion which is left in the history. We will also talk about Indian psychology and the people are which are associated with Indian psychology. Yes, Ayushi, I will try to take the doubts in tomorrow's class. I think you can put all the doubts. I think yesterday I put one, yesterday or day before yesterday, I think I put one message ki please post all your doubts there. I will just tag that one more time. So yes, thank you everyone. If you like the class, please give it a thumbs up. I put in a lot of efforts in curating all the questions together. So yeah, I hope that it was of help to you. Bye bye everyone. Take care. See you all tomorrow. I'm glad, Ayushi. Bye everyone. Bye bye. See you all in the next class.